When I was 22 years old, I landed my dream job. I was a high school art teacher. I loved developing lessons and getting to know my students. And yet year after year, I kept getting more and more duties that were pulling my focus in different directions and had nothing to do with my students or the job that I loved. I was determined to get refocused, so I set big goals, asked hard questions, and did the hard work to achieve those goals and answer those questions. And month after month, year after year, it landed me in the principal's office, and not in a good way. I learned to dread looking at my email, knowing that inevitably there would be an email with a subject line and the body left blank. The subject line would read, "See me." The school seemed to be determined to knock me down, to encourage me, asking me when I would have less goals and when I would get over my creativity kick, even though I was an art teacher and had a master's degree in creativity studies. And finally, they succeeded. For 1 year, I didn't have any new goals. I didn't ask hard questions. I worked my contract hours only. And at the end of that year, I wasn't proud of anything that I had done. I felt like I had failed my students. So I decided I was going to teach for 1 more year, and then I was going to quit. I went back, and for my last year, I had all of the goals that I wanted to have. I advocated for my students in a way that I was proud of, and I advocated for myself. There is incredible power when you take away other people's ability to threaten you. At the end of that year, I did quit. And what I learned from that is I was so focused on my title, so focused on being an art teacher, that I forgot to think about all of the things that I'm really good at and how I can use those things to make a bigger impact and a bigger difference. So in the 4 years that have followed, I have been a gallery owner, adjunct instructor, continuing education director, compliance consultant, writer, content producer, conference presenter, in-service trainer, and compliance officer. Because I stopped focusing on the title and started focusing on my strengths. And that is what I want for you. I don't want you all to run and leave education. I want you to have the power to advocate for your students. Those students like Lisa, who kept begging me not to quit until she graduated, feeling like she couldn't make it through high school without me there. Or the student like Johnny, who said, "Thank you so much for seeing me and for creating opportunities that actually let me be me and help to save my life." When you stop focusing on the title and start focusing on your strengths, you can do amazing things.